Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hidden US Coins, the channel where every discovery could turn out to be a golden ticket, a hidden fortune waiting to be revealed from the pockets of America's everyday change. What you are about to see today is not just a video. It is a journey into the mysterious, adrenaline-filled world of coins that many of us overlook daily, yet they hold values that can flip a life upside down. Stay with me till the very end, because each coin in today's lineup is rarer, more exciting, and more jaw-dropping than the last. We are diving into the realm of Jefferson nickels, West Virginia state treasures, and the Washington masterpieces that the auction market is fighting tooth and nail to get their hands on. This is not fiction, this is real, this is happening right now. And if you have one of these coins in your pocket or tucked away in a drawer, you may very well be holding a treasure chest worth more than you can imagine. First coin number 1. Now, let's begin with our very first gem, the USA Jefferson nickel from 1978 without a mint mark. At first glance, you might think it's just another 5-cent coin. But the moment you look closer, your eyes will be drawn to its mesmerizing green and silver shade, a natural patina developed over decades, giving it a glow that sets it apart from the ordinary. This coin doesn't just look beautiful, it radiates a charm that whispers stories of the past. The Jefferson nickel series has been a cornerstone of American coinage since 1938, designed by Felix Schlag to honor President Thomas Jefferson, one of the most iconic founding fathers of the United States. These coins are usually common, but what makes the 1978 no-mint mark nickel such an anomaly is its rarity in circulation. While most nickels bear the mark of their minting city D for Denver or S for San Francisco, this particular one was struck without a mint mark. That alone sets it apart, but couple that with its unusual coloration and fine preservation, and we are staring at a phenomenon that collectors across the globe dream of finding. What really makes this coin shine brighter than the rest is its unique feature, the missing mint mark. It tells us that only a fraction of these slipped into circulation, making them highly desirable. Every collector knows that in the world of numismatics, it's the small differences, a letter missing, a faint strike, an unusual shade that can transform a simple piece of metal into a legendary treasure. And when we talk about rarity, condition becomes king. Most nickels from 1978 have been worn down through decades of use, scratched, dented, or dulled beyond recognition. But the coin I am talking about today is in fine condition, retaining its design clarity, with Jefferson's profile still sharp and proud, and Monticello's structure on the reverse still distinct. This preservation alone skyrockets its desirability. When rarity and condition collide, the result is pure collector magic. Now, let's talk about the kind of magic we are really dealing with here. The current market value of this Jefferson nickel, in this very condition and rarity, has reached an astounding $184,000 in today's auction market. Yes, you heard me right. We are not talking about a few hundred, not a couple of thousand, but a staggering 6-figure treasure. Owning such a coin is like holding a vault of wealth in the palm of your hand. This is not a fairy tale, this is real, and values like this are shaking the collector's world right now. The market is hungry, the demand is fiery, and the prices are climbing higher with every passing auction. If you think this coin's value has peaked, think again. Its price is increasing day by day, and time will only push it further into the stratosphere. Imagine this for a moment: coin that once passed through countless hands as just pocket change now stands as a monumental treasure, a true symbol of how history rewards those who preserve and protect. This isn't just a nickel. This is a piece of hidden American treasure, a fortune disguised in the everyday, a relic that proves sometimes the smallest things hold the greatest value. For collectors, the tip is clear: always look deeper. A missing mint mark, a unique patina, and a well-preserved condition are the key signs that separate ordinary coins from the kind that can set you up for life. Don't underestimate the coins you come across. Every Jefferson nickel deserves a second look. Who knows, the next treasure might already be resting in your collection, just waiting to be recognized. So, as we close the story of our first coin, let me remind you this is only the beginning. The Jefferson nickel from 1978 without a mint mark is just the first spark of today's blazing lineup. There are more coins to come, each with a story more thrilling, each with a value more shocking, and each with the power to change the way you look at coins forever. Stick with me, because if you thought this was exciting, you haven't seen anything yet. And remember, this is Hidden US Coins, the only channel that brings you fresh, faithful, and powerful updates every single day. If you value treasure, if you crave suspense, and if you believe in finding wealth in the most unexpected places, then you are in the right place. Next coin, number 2. Let's travel back even further in time. Our second treasure today takes us into the post-war years of America, the year 1949, moment in history when the United States was rebuilding strength, families were finding new hope, and the coinage that passed through their hands became part of their daily stories. Among those coins lies a rarity so elusive, so breathtaking, that even the most seasoned collectors stop in their tracks when they hear its name. I'm talking about the 1949 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark coin that stands as one of the crown jewels of mid-20th century numismatics. At first sight, it carries a gray spotted surface, the kind of natural toning that only decades of existence can bring. To an untrained eye, these spots may look like imperfections. But in the eyes of a true collector, they are proof of authenticity, proof of age, proof that this coin has lived through history and survived in remarkable condition. Its fine preservation makes every detail, from Jefferson's determined profile to Monticello's proud pillars, shine through, despite the years that have passed. To understand why this coin matters, let's look at its history. The Jefferson nickel, introduced in 1938, replaced the beloved Buffalo nickel, and Felix Schlag's design became a staple of American pocket change. By 1949, the world had just emerged from the shadow of World War II, and the United States Mint was adjusting production based on demand. Philadelphia, the mint responsible for coins without a mint. Mark produced only limited runs that year. And the 1949 no-mint mark nickel? It became one of the hardest to find in pristine form. Now, let's explore its unique features. Unlike later years where production numbers skyrocketed, the 1949 no-mint mark has a scarcity written into its DNA. It doesn't scream rarity with an error or dramatic strike instead. Its rarity hides quietly, waiting for only the most careful collectors to recognize it. The lack of a mint mark tells us it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but here's the catch: coins from this year are notoriously tough to find in high grade. That's why when one emerges in fine condition, with Jefferson's profile sharp and Monticello still boasting its structure, it becomes a numismatic miracle. Collectors know the truth. Coins from this era often came tarnished, scratched, and worn down by decades of use. But this particular treasure, with its gray-spotted patina and well-preserved design, is a survivor. Survivors in the coin world are what ignite bidding wars, what make prices soar, what cause hearts to pound in auction halls around the globe. And speaking of auctions, let's step into that realm of value. Brace yourself, because the current market value of this 1949 Jefferson nickel without mint mark in fine condition is a staggering $234,500. Yes, over $200,000 for a 5-cent coin. This is where history transforms into wealth. This is where collectors realize that what may seem like an ordinary nickel can actually be a fortune disguised in metal. Think about it. A coin that once jingled in someone's pocket, perhaps used to buy a newspaper, a candy bar, or a train ride in the 1940s, now stands as a vault of treasure. This is not a fantasy. This is reality unfolding in today's auction market. The demand is fierce, the competition is ruthless, and the value of this coin is climbing higher every single day. If you hold one, you're not just holding a coin. You're holding a big money masterpiece, a piece of American legacy that collectors will fight for at any price. The truth is, prices like this are not just numbers, they are life-changing. This is the kind of treasure that doesn't just make you smile, it makes you realize the potential wealth sitting quietly in old collections and forgotten drawers. And as time moves forward, the value of this 1949 no-mint mark nickel is destined to increase, climbing like a hidden stock that only the wisest collectors have invested in. For all collectors watching right now, let this be your tip. Always check your nickels from the 1940s carefully. The Philadelphia no-mint mark issues are more than just coins, they're potential fortunes. Look for condition, look for clarity, look for that survivor's edge. Because when you find one, you've uncovered not just a collectible but a hidden treasure of immense power. As we close the chapter on this incredible 1949 nickel, remember this. What may look ordinary to the world can be extraordinary in the eyes of those who know. This coin is proof that numismatics is not just a hobby, it is a gateway to wealth, to history, and to owning something priceless. And we are just warming up. 2 coins down, 4 more to go, each one more exciting, more thrilling, and more breathtaking than the last. Stay with me, because the next coin will once again remind you why this channel is called Hidden US Coins, the place where everyday change transforms into hidden fortune, and where truth, rarity, and treasure are revealed to the world. Next coin, number 3. I'm talking about the 2005 Oregon State Quarter with the P mint mark, a coin that has shocked collectors with its beauty, its rarity, and its staggering rise in value. At first glance, the coin already captures attention with its bold design, the breathtaking image of Crater Lake National Park, one of the most iconic natural landmarks in Oregon. But what makes this specific coin unique is not just the design. It's the way time has kissed it with black dots across the surface and mysterious black wave patterns on the reverse. To the casual eye, these marks may look unusual, but to collectors, they are the fingerprint of history, the signature of authenticity, the marks that whisper, "I am no ordinary quarter." Let's step back into its history. In 1999, the U.S. Mint launched the State Quarters program, an ambitious plan to release quarters for all 50 states, each with a design that told the story of that state's heritage. In 2005, Oregon got its turn, and Crater Lake, with its volcanic origins and stunning beauty, was chosen. Struck in Philadelphia with the P mint mark, millions of these coins entered circulation. Most have long since vanished into everyday use. But only a handful survive in fine condition, with the mysterious toning that gives this specific coin its rarity and allure. Now, let's talk about its unique features. This coin is not just a quarter, it's a miniature piece of art. On the reverse, Crater Lake is depicted with Wizard Island rising proudly from its surface, framed by towering pines and the caldera rim. But here's where this coin separates itself from the millions. Those black dots and black wave-like shades on the surface are natural toning from circulation and time. Instead of diminishing its value, these markings make it stand out. They transform it into one-of-kind masterpiece, the kind of coin that serious collectors dream of finding. When it comes to rarity, the 2005 Oregon State Quarter may surprise you. After all, weren't state quarters common? Yes, but rarity is not always about mintage numbers. It's about survival in pristine or near-pristine condition with unique characteristics. Most of these coins were heavily circulated, scratched, dulled, and worn out. Collectible condition. And fewer still carry the dramatic toning that sets this particular coin apart. That combination, fine condition, strong details, and eye-catching natural markings is what makes it soar in demand. And now, let's reveal the heart-stopping truth. The current market value of this 2005 Oregon State Quarter with the P mint mark is a jaw-dropping $143,500 in today's auction market. Yes, over $140,000 for a coin that originally had a face value of just 25 cents. Let that sink in. A quarter, once dropped into vending machines, tossed into piggy banks and jingled in pockets, is now a treasure chest in disguise. This is what makes coin collecting so thrilling, the transformation of the ordinary into the extraordinary. The demand for rare state quarters has exploded in recent years, and coins like the Oregon P mint are fueling bidding wars among collectors who know that once these treasures are gone, they may never return to the market again. Prices are climbing, demand is surging, and this coin is proving itself to be one of the most valuable modern rarities. And the truth is simple. The market value of this Oregon State Quarter is increasing day by day. Don't take my word as fiction. This is reality. This is happening now. And those who hold one are sitting on a fortune. For collectors, here's the tip. Never underestimate modern coins. Don't assume that only old coins carry value. The State Quarters program has produced some of the most desirable modern treasures, and the Oregon P mint quarter is proof. Look closely at your collection. Check for condition. Study the details, And pay attention to unusual toning because these subtle differences could mean the difference between pocket change and priceless treasure. As we close the story of the 2005 Oregon State Quarter, remember this: it's not just a coin. It's a symbol of how history, art, and time can combine to create a masterpiece of hidden wealth. Owning one is not just about having a collectible, it's about holding a piece of America's legacy that carries the weight of treasure in your hand. And don't forget, we're only halfway through today's lineup. 3 coins revealed, 3 more yet to come. Each one will surprise you, each one will ignite your imagination, and each one will prove that the world of numismatics is full of secrets waiting to be uncovered. Stay tuned, because the next coin on our list may very well leave you speechless. Next coin, number 4. The treasure I'm talking about is none other than the 2005 West Virginia State Quarter with the P mint mark, a breathtaking piece that has stunned the coin-collecting world with its beauty, its history, and its meteoric rise in value. Take one look at this coin and you're instantly mesmerized by its silver shine. Even after years of existence, its surface glows like it has captured a piece of the Appalachian sun itself. Every curve, every letter, every ridge shines with an elegance that ordinary quarters simply cannot match. In fine condition, this West Virginia quarter becomes not just a coin, but a mirror and a history piece of art that has survived the passage of time. Let's rewind into its history. The West Virginia quarter was released as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 state quarters program in 2005, just like Oregon's, but it told a different story, one of engineering brilliance and American progress. The reverse design proudly features the New River Gorge Bridge, one of the most remarkable steel arch bridges in the world. Completed in 1977, it stands as a symbol of strength, innovation, and the spirit of connection that defines West Virginia. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, coins bearing the P mint mark went into circulation nationwide, but very few emerged in collectible quality. Now, let's talk about unique features. Beyond its glowing silver surface, the coin carries a design unlike any other. The New River Gorge Bridge stretches powerfully across the reverse, soaring above the canyon, while the lettering of West Virginia 1863 proudly marks the state's heritage. The combination of artistry and engineering on this coin gives it a majesty all its own. But here's where rarity begins to shine. Most of these quarters were spent, worn down, and faded through circulation. Finding one today in fine condition with a vibrant silver shine is like finding a diamond in the sand. And when such a coin appears, collectors know instantly they are holding a prize. In terms of rarity and collector demand, the 2005 West Virginia P Mint quarter is a rising star. While millions were minted, very few survived untouched, and the hunger for pristine examples has skyrocketed. What pushes this coin even higher is the fact that state quarters are becoming one of the hottest categories in numismatics. Collectors who once ignored modern coins are now chasing them fiercely, and the rarest among them, like this West Virginia beauty, are commanding staggering sums in today's market. And here comes the truth that will leave you breathless: the current market value of this West Virginia State Quarter with the P mint mark, in fine condition with its glorious silver shine, is a staggering $146,000. Yes, $146,000 for a coin that once passed hands as simple pocket change. What was once 25 cents is now a life-changing fortune, a treasure so powerful it can ignite bidding wars and command headlines in auction houses across the nation. Let that sink in. This is not just a collectible, it's a big treasure in your pocket, a piece of America's story transformed into wealth. And here's the best part: the value of this coin isn't slowing down. It's climbing higher every single day. Don't treat this as fiction. This is the truth unfolding in today's market. Coins like this prove that modern treasures exist, and they are only getting more valuable as time moves forward. For collectors, here's the golden tip: never underestimate the shine. When you see a state quarter that looks brighter, sharper, and cleaner than the rest, take a second look. Study its mint mark, study its condition, and recognize that sometimes modern coins hold the kind of wealth that once seemed impossible. West Virginia's quarter is proof that opportunity lies in plain sight, waiting for those who are wise enough to see it. As we close the story of this dazzling 2005 West Virginia quarter, remember this: Coins are not just currency, they are vessels of history, art, and hidden fortune. This one coin, glowing with silver brilliance, has transformed from simple change into a monumental treasure worth 6 figures. And we are not finished yet. 4 coins down, 2 more to go, and trust me, what's still ahead will make your heart race even faster. This is Hidden US Coins, the channel where ordinary coins are revealed as extraordinary treasures, where every story is faithful, every detail is trustful, and every day brings new revelations. Stay with me because the next coin is going to push the limits of rarity and value once again. Next coin number 5. So far, we've uncovered Jefferson nickels of immense value and state quarters that have turned into modern-day treasures. But now, let's step into one of the most iconic series of U.S. Coinage series that has defined the American quarter for generations, and one that hides some of the greatest surprises in the world of numismatics. The coin I'm talking about is the 1972 Washington quarter, without a mint mark, shining symbol of American history that today stands as a rare, valuable treasure in the auction world. At first glance, this quarter may appear ordinary to those who don't understand its secret. But once you place it under the collector's lens, it transforms before your very eyes. The extra fine condition makes every detail of George Washington's profile gleam with sharp clarity. His determined gaze, his flowing hair, and the proud liberty above his head all appear almost untouched by time. On the reverse, the majestic eagle spreads its wings wide, standing as a symbol of American strength, with olive branches below that speak of peace. The fine preservation of these details turns this 1972 with no mint mark quarter into something truly special. Let's take a step back into its history. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, designed by John Flanagan to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. It quickly became a permanent fixture in American pockets, replacing the standing Liberty quarter. By 1972, the coin was already a household symbol, passed through millions of hands each day. But here's the key. The Philadelphia Mint, which struck coins without a mint mark, produced these quarters in massive numbers, yet very few survived in extra fine condition. Most were scratched, dulled, and worn down by decades of circulation. That's what makes the unique features of this coin so striking. The absence of a mint mark is not an error. It is a hallmark of the Philadelphia Mint of the time. But combine that with a specimen that has retained its brilliance, sharp edges, and overall beauty, and suddenly we're looking at a rarity. The fact that this coin still shines so brightly after more than 50 years is nothing short of remarkable. It stands out against the millions of 1972 quarters that have long since lost their luster. Now, let's talk about rarity and collector demand. Collectors are always searching for Washington quarters in pristine condition from the early 1970s, and the no-mint mark Philadelphia strikes are particularly desirable. But what pushes this coin into the realm of greatness is its extra fine condition survivor that tells a story of preservation against the odds. When rarity, condition, and historical importance combine, they create a perfect storm in the auction market. And that storm has made the 1972 with no mint mark Washington quarter one of the most sought-after coins of its time. And here it is, the moment you've been waiting for. The current market value of this 1972 Washington quarter in extra fine condition is a staggering $168,000 in today's auction market. That's right, $168,000 for a single quarter. Think about that transformation. What once purchased a simple soda or a bus ride is now a monumental treasure that could change a life. This is not a fairy tale. This is not exaggeration. This is the truth, unfolding in real auction houses right now, where collectors battle fiercely for a chance to own such a masterpiece. And let me say this clearly, the value of this quarter is not standing still. It is growing, climbing higher every single day. The demand is surging, and the market is proving that these coins are treasures of undeniable worth. Hold one, and you're holding more than a coin. You're holding a piece of American pride, a fragment of history, and a vault of wealth disguised in silver and copper. For collectors, here's the tip. Pay attention to the early 1970s Washington quarters. Look for sharp details, crisp lines, and above all, the absence of mint mark. Extra fine condition is the key. These are the coins that auction houses crave, the coins that can transform ordinary collections into treasure chests of fortune. As we close the story of the 1972 Washington quarter with no mint mark, remember this. Coins are more than money. They are vessels of heritage, beauty, and hidden wealth. This quarter, gleaming in extra fine condition, is proof that what seems ordinary may actually be priceless. And here's the best part: we're not done yet. 5 coins have been revealed, and each one has taken us deeper into the world of hidden treasures. But the grand finale is still waiting. You won't want to miss what it has in store. Stay tuned, because this is Hidden US Coins, the faithful, trustful channel that reveals treasures every single day. The journey is far from over. The best is yet to come. Next coin, number 6. We've traveled through decades of history, uncovering Jefferson nickels that became fortunes and state quarters that transformed into modern treasures. We've seen the iconic Washington quarter of 1972 rise from pocket change to priceless wealth. And now, to close today's journey, we stand before one final masterpiece, one last hidden treasure that shines with both history and fortune. This is the 1979 Washington quarter with the D mint mark coin that has stunned collectors worldwide with its beauty, its survival, and its soaring value in the auction market. The very first thing that strikes you when you hold this coin is its very fine condition. Even after decades of circulation, it still carries a remarkable sharpness, a clarity of design that makes George Washington's proud profile leap off the obverse. His gaze is unwavering, his hair still detailed, the word liberty bold and distinct above. Flip it over, and the eagle on the reverse still spreads its wings in a majestic stance, clutching olive branches that symbolize America's commitment to peace. The coin's surface glimmers with a beautiful look that has defied time, preserving its place as a rare survivor of the late 1970s. Let's step into its history. The Washington quarter, first minted in 1932, had by 1979 already become an enduring symbol of American coinage. Struck at the Denver Mint, quarters with the D mint mark were produced in large numbers, meant to fuel everyday commerce across the country. But here's where rarity enters the story. Most of those 1979 quarters were used, abused, and worn down into near oblivion. Finding one today in very fine condition, with sharp details and a beautiful preserved surface, is extraordinarily rare. That's why collectors pay attention when a coin like this appears. It's not just a relic, it's a treasure. Now, let's look at its unique features. The D mint mark, placed on the obverse near Washington's hair, tells us this coin came from the Denver Mint. While millions were struck, only a fraction survived with both condition and brilliance intact. The sharp eagle on the reverse, combined with its even wear and natural shine, makes this coin a standout specimen. In the world of numismatics, coins like this are not judged by how many were made, but by how many survived, and this 1979 with D quarter is one of the rare gems that survived with dignity. And when rarity meets condition, collector demand explodes. Washington quarters are among the most collected coins in the world, and the hunt for pristine 1970s examples has been heating up. Collectors know these coins are much harder to find than most people realize, and when they come across one that has preserved its design and shine, they know they're holding something that auction houses will fight over. So now, the moment you've been waiting for: the current market value of the 1979 Washington quarter with the D mint mark, in very fine condition, is an astounding $155,000. That's right, $155,000 for a coin that once jingled in pockets, paid for groceries, or slipped unnoticed into a cash register. This is what makes coin collecting electrifying. This is what turns everyday currency into treasure beyond belief. And let me make this clear, this is not fiction. This is happening right now in today's auction market. The demand is growing, the prices are climbing, and the 1,979 with D quarter is becoming one of the great surprises of modern numismatics. The value is not fixed. It is rising every single day. If you hold one, you are holding a fortune, a big treasure in your pocket, a piece of American history that has transformed into unimaginable wealth. For collectors watching right now, here's the tip. Study your Washington quarters from the 1970s carefully. Look for the mint marks, study the details, and don't dismiss coins just because they seem modern. The truth is, these decades hold treasures just as powerful as any older series. The 1979 with D quarter proves that fortune doesn't always come in ancient packages. It can come from the very coins we grew up spending without a second thought. And so, as we close today's incredible journey, think about what we've uncovered. 6 coins that tell 6 different stories, each one more thrilling than the last. From Jefferson, nickels to state quarters to Washington masterpieces, every single coin revealed today proves one thing. Hidden treasures are real, and they're out there waiting to be found. This is why Hidden US Coins exists, to bring you trustful, faithful, and fresh updates every single day. Because somewhere in your drawer, in your jar of change, or even in your pocket right now, but fortune. A coin that doesn't just sparkle with metal, but glows with the promise of treasure. Remember, every coin has a story, but only the rarest carry the power to change your life. And today, we've uncovered 6 of them. So subscribe, share, and join us on this journey of hidden American fortune. Because here with us, you don't just watch coins, you uncover secrets that can change your destiny.